I think I do, I trust my intuition, I should be switching. You manifest your life, so what do you be wishing? What do you be wishing? What do you be wishing?
Welcome to another vlog on my YouTube channel. This one started a little bit different. I'm suited up because I was just elected president of the Entrepreneurship Club. So we're about to go upstairs, talk about mindset, talk about business, talk about our goals for the future. I'm excited, you know, and as president, I gotta look a little stylish, so I had to put on the custom suit today. So let's get right into it.
Trying to tell me about this club, like trying to be involved in the club. Number two is kind of just learn more about this business, just kind of get more involved.
Okay, interesting.
Number one, I need to get back consistent with posting. That's number one. Probably separate all the different, let's say, ventures that I have going on. So like my personal brand and then the public relations that I'm starting, and then my real estate, I kind of need to get them separately in their own business plan.
Kind of literally started salon, barber, and chain, you know, but not from here because it's the thing that's taking over. So just capitalizing off of that, but also teaching others to go ahead, you know, getting them licensed.
That, because I already have my first one, I want to put my LLCs underneath the trust so then I can start to write all my things that I use for my business as a tax write-off.
Hit 5 figures with my business. 3 years, my 3-year goal I would say would be to hopefully have employees of some sort, and that's still in the works. And hopefully for my 10-year goal, hopefully I'll achieve it under 10 years, is to hopefully hit that 6-figure mark and like actually have a consistent success within that.
Look through everybody's goals, and you know, I'm kind of running an experiment to see where you guys' minds are at, because I showed you guys a video that you have the whole universe within you. You can create anything, and anything is possible. I set right a goal that, you know, if everything could go perfectly right, you would achieve this goal and it would be real. And everybody still wrote tiny goals. And some of y'all only wrote plans, like plans of doing this and this and this. That's not a goal, that's a plan. You can touch this goal. But from y'all's plans, it was a lot of maybes and a lot of, I'll try this and hopefully this. I'm trying to get you guys to really strive to reach your highest possible potential, right? And I want you guys, you have to dig within yourself to get that, right? And I'm just gonna continue to try to open you guys' minds up to seeing what's truly possible, because, you know, it's cool to have small goals, but if you really want to change the world, which I don't know if anybody else has these goals to change the world, but you have to have really extreme goals. Like Albert Einstein said, if your goal isn't seen as absurd, there's no use for it. Which means you should have crazy, people should think you're crazy for the goals you have. They should be like, this guy, he has to be on something because he's trying to achieve something so wild, right? And, you know, a lot of the goals as well were kind of vague and not specific to like what genre you're trying to be in, what industry you're trying to take over, you know? So, yeah, I mean, this was a good experiment. Oh wait, you were not in the room. What's your goals?
I want the world. Essentially, like I want to have a certain kind of status to where, like, I get asked to be places or like get paid for my time wherever I go, like to go to certain events or you know anything like that. You know why it can't be like why shouldn't it be you? Yeah, that's at least my goals.
Okay.
Some of them. I know it's kind of broad, not that specific, but
yeah. Were you gonna say something?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Start by making 3 videos. So I made 2 videos the other day. I didn't make 3, but I made 2. So, but the goal of me making those videos is so like when I get exposure of doing other track videos, we're doing like plyometrics. I want to be able to like do sprint and jump clinics for people because there's not a lot of triple jump or long jump coaches. So like that, and getting the facility and getting places where kids or like either grown people can get that work in, pretty much.
Okay. Okay, nice.
I already have a feasibility plan, but the way I wanted to do it, I just don't think I'm going to be able to do both of those businesses and have a life as like a mom. Do you think that that's a good mindset to have? Go ahead and do it.
If I were you, I would, you know, plan it out in advance, right? To where my goal is to have this certain foundation so I can hire a CEO, CFO, CMO to run my company while I can then focus on my family. So setting up certain timelines for yourself to execute on to achieve, you know, the perfect lifestyle, right? So if the perfect lifestyle is having that family and that company, you can definitely work to make that possible by planning ahead and executing on those plans.
I didn't want to be able to be like, I'm thinking small, but like there was a time where I was considering just selling the idea because of the way that it was going to be set up. I didn't know if I was going to be able to find somebody in a specific time frame or to get this set up, get the money for this, get the money for that, while running this business and trying to, you know, at the same time. So I just wanted to recognize that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So what is the real estate company going to entail?
So basically what I'm going to do is basically it's a real estate company that solves multiple social issues. Instead of hiring like regular people, I'm going to hire like homeless people, stay-at-home moms, basically targeting minorities, and I'm giving these people a place to live. I'm getting stay-at-home moms, my secretaries or something like that, easier for them.
Focusing on the present moment, right? Because if you start thinking about, oh, my family in the future, all these other things that are not necessarily happening right now, then they kind of cause this sort of fear around it and stagnation. So, you know, I would say just start executing on it, start looking for opportunities of funding, right? Because, you know, as a black woman, there's actually a lot of funding opportunities right now for, you know, that. And start with creating a pitch deck. Yeah, a pitch deck helps with almost any stage of a company you're at, and it's always great to have one handy and just to create one so that way you can actually internalize and process all the problem you're solving, the solution you're providing to that problem, the total addressable market. It's going to have your team on there. It's going to have your about us and your mission, like why you started this company. So like when you're actually creating a pitch deck, it's great to pitch to people and to get funding, but it's also great for you to understand your business as a whole, and you can do your own due diligence and research on your company so you know what you're building. Because sometimes, like as a business owner, you can get caught up into the certain niches of your business, whether that's like operations, marketing, graphics, or all these other things. But as a boss, it's honestly a whole mindset. You're the boss. Like a lot of bosses don't work within their company. Like they are too busy being the boss and managing everybody within their company. So, you know, as a CEO, like it's a whole mindset that you have to go about, and that's why I was, you know, nitpicking about the speech, because if you're the boss of a company and you're telling your employees maybe or hopefully or, you know, I'll try this, they're gonna be like, do we work hard for this person, right? So, yeah.
I have a question. So, do you think you'd be able to give a class on pitch decks, or do we need to set up something to have somebody come?
Yeah, I would.
Well, that's what we want to try to do. We want to try to see what's going to be the best time, and that's what we got to figure out. Because a lot of times, we want to have a computer in front of you.
Okay, now I'm done at the classroom and done being a president. I got my track fit on. You know, I'm rocking the JJJ brand. But it's time to get ready for training, so I'm about to whip up a smoothie. Let's get into it.
How that taste?
Delicioso.
Yes, sir.
For this smoothie, you got the strawberry bananas. Can't beat this powder, which is basically like beet extract. And then pair it up with some peachy pineapple paradise. So, extremely hydrated smoothie before training today. It's kind of cold outside, so hopefully we don't do anything too strenuous, but always got to be prepared. You never know with Batman. light workout sesh. Nothing too major, but I got my boy Terrell right here. He just ran 6.66. And what's your goals for this outdoor season?
National championship, always a goal. Try to run fast, PR. See what happens after that.
Yeah, tell them your PRs.
I ran 10:31, 21:21, 6.6. So yeah, pretty solid.
And what did you start out in high school, like freshman, sophomore year? What were you running, like in the honey?
Freshman year I ran 10:73, went legal. Sophomore year was COVID. Junior year is 10:43. This past year I ran 10:31.
Sheesh. So what's one of the major speed tips that you think helped you accelerate and be ahead of all the competition?
Honestly, this is my force back to the track. That comes from plyometrics. That comes from just knowing how to hold your form, being patient when you run. The track is not about having your feet down fast, it's going to get the farthest with each step.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, you know, follow him as well. He gonna be posting on TikTok more, I heard.
I'm gonna try.
So, you know, let's get it, right?